All right, guys, Cavs back in action tonight after a disappointing loss on Sunday to the Mavericks. They're taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is questionable for tonight's game. Sorry, Tyvis. But we know on the Cavs front, Jarrett Allen is going to miss the entire 3-game road trip as he continues to recover from right knee tendinitis. Kenny Atkinson said when the injury happened on March 3rd, it was a day-to-day injury. It is now March 17th. Literally 2 weeks from the day. Day-to-day has turned into week-to-week, which is now going to extend into 3 weeks. I cannot believe I'm asking this question. But how important?
The question is.
You could ask the question.
Will we watch the game tonight?
It's nationally televised. You better watch it.
Yeah, we're going to watch it.
But Tyvis, in all seriousness, how important has Jarrett Allen become for this Cleveland Cavaliers success?
From the number one Jarrett Allen hater.
I'm not the number one Jarrett Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Am I?
No,
I'm the number one Evan Mobley hater. That's me.
I thought I was that guy.
Yeah.
But okay.
No, Jarrett Allen, like that month of February, they joke about it, about the Black History Month thing, but like when they made the trade for James Harden, like I listened to Mikey because he's obviously more educated in basketball, but like I never thought Jarrett Allen's impact would be like what it was. Like Jarrett Allen, it was so consistent. I think that's the big thing. Like he consistently played well the whole month of February. And like Jarrett Allen has the ability to do it, but he gets very disinterested. Like it's like he realizes like that I'm not a part of the offense. Like before James Harden, I'm not a part of the offense. Like they gonna toss me a lob here and there. Maybe Evan might see me on the cut or something like that. But like they're not getting me the ball. And it's like James Harden like took all that and said, "No, I'm gonna make sure you stay engaged in this game." And it happened. It had the effect on both ends of the floor, And I think that to me was big for the Cavs. And you can tell that it's missing right now. Don't get me wrong. Evans played well outside of the free throw line thing. Like he's been fine, but it's just not the same paint presence that when Jarrett was down there. And on top of that, like Jarrett did it without Evan on the court. And like I just don't feel like the paint we was giving up that much inside when it was just Jarrett, was we? Like I feel like the whole energy of the team was totally different. And it's just like, I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into that Mavericks game because maybe they just was like, you know what, we just beat them. Like we'll probably go out there and roll them again, and they just didn't play well, and that might be the case. But I truly want to see, because if they decide to ever move off of Jarrett Allen, you're telling me Evan Mobley is the guy who can stop it. This guy was a defensive player of the year, and like I just feel like a lot of stuff getting leaked in, and I get it. He got to step up sometimes, and that causes rebounds and stuff like that. But man, they need Jarrett right now, and I never thought I would say this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when Darius wasn't in there. Like, the offense didn't look good, and then Darius came back, and the offense looked good, and we just like, oh, maybe they do need Darius. And now it's like, maybe we do need Jarrett more than we thought we did.
That game was one of the worst losses of the year, man. And I'm glad they was booing them, too. Like, I'm glad, because I need them to understand something. This team was supposed to be way more advanced at this point than where they are.
The Cavs.
Yeah, when I'm talking about advanced, I'm talking about the mental toughness aspect of it. There's no reason that you let this left-handed Ivy League dude come out here and do what he wants. And you are correct. Like, Evan Mobley is supposed to be a defensive player of the year. The impact is just not there. It's just not. Like, it's not. The impact of the intimidation, it's a lot of layups, it's a lot of putbacks, it's a lot, and I ain't asking you to be Akeem Olajuwon or Dikembe Mutombo, but the fact of the matter that we saw you do exactly what you did the night before, right? 2 nights before, and come dominate the first half.
Balling in the
and then you come back again against this same Mavericks team at home. You got one of the weakest schedules going down the stretch. And you guys are down by 20 to Cooper Flag and the Get Along Gang All-Stars? Nah, bro. And Jarrett Allen, look, they miss Jarrett Allen. But bro, they shouldn't even be at that point, though. You shouldn't even be counting that. You're supposed to say, Jarrett, chill out, big dog. We got you. We about to go run through these dudes real quick and get up out of here. He's been the most consistent in terms of that. And the fact of the matter is, Max Strus came back and had a great game.
24 points.
He came back and had a great game, but you guys walked through the game, man. Look, man. If they want to be champions, they're gonna have to learn something. You guys are gonna have to play hard all the time, and frankly, that's the thing that gets me with them. They don't play hard all the time. I watch OKC; they're playing hard with nobody out there.
Heck, SGA.
Williams,
culture. It's their culture, right?
Boy,
Yeah.
it's just
SGA
like
almost blew his 20-point game, and they somehow found a way. They
And
found
you
a
know what?
way.
It feels like there's so many players on the Cavs right now going in the wrong directions. Like James is a little banged up with the injury, and Jarrett's hurt right now. Jalen Tyson's just gone off a cliff here in recent weeks.
I learned
Sam Merrill's not shooting well
At all.
Playing.
Evan Mobley can't. I talked about this yesterday. Guy can't make a free throw.
can't make a free throw.
He's terrible on the line. You can't have that. They're going to start doing hack a Mobley.
You know what I was sad about on the Mavericks game? Keon Ellis in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and he was terrible.
I don't know what he did defensively. Offensively, he did.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like there's too much inconsistency in his play. There's too much. Like Dean Wade and Keon Ellis, they'll have one game where they look really good, and then the next game they're complete zeros on the offense.
Nothing. It just and then they look like just some of the little loose ball stuff and letting guys like they do too many dare me threes. Like they letting guys. Oh, if you hit that one, then we'll play defense on you. No, close out with some urgency. And the thing is, I hate when they do this. Well, the Cavs is right here in that fourth slot. You know what I'm saying? They in the no. It's more about what you guys are building good, solid habits on the floor, and rather than you trying to look at the standings and who you gonna play and get to the second round.
Well, Jay's conspiracy theory yesterday was.
Gracious.
I heard that.
Yeah, which was kind of ridiculous.
I don't like that because the last time they got accused of
That's
that was the Orlando.
That's a loser mentality.
I agree
I mean,
with you.
I don't think they did that, but
I
that's
hope
crazy.
they
but
did. They should have learned their lesson.
if you're playing light on some days to have a different seed to avoid a team, I mean that you're a loser.
You're not built for it.
Yeah.
Like if you think you're gonna get away with that, and then play them teams in the West. Like I just think it just I don't know McNuggets. I mean, you be around them. It's just like you. I didn't like the Orlando game. I did not like the way they played on the road in
lost to
Orlando.
Orlando, didn't
Yeah, they lost that game.
It feels like they're just waiting for the regular season to be over.
It's
14 games
It's
left.
meaningless.
I mean, I'm waiting for the regular season to be over. 4 weeks.
But I need this rotation to get and trust me. The coach talked about being like, okay, well, we're gonna use this audition to get our rotation together for the playoffs, and you got to be a little scared at this point because like you said, Dean Wade and Keon Ellis, it's like some days they on, some days they off. Like, so who you got? Jalen Tyson, by the way. I mean, he's looked like I don't know whether or not it's the rotation got messed up. He doesn't know where his minutes is coming from.
Well, it's the combo of like Harden and Mike talked about this yesterday. He barely played last year. He's hitting a wall.
Yeah,
right?
and trust me, and two, the way Jalen Tyson shoots,
Sophomore slump.
McNuggets talks about this all the time. When you shooting like that, sometimes you can look at somebody's form and be like, "Are you really a 45% 3-point shooter?" Because at least with Sam Merrill, when Sam Merrill shoots, it look like it's going in every time. It's just whether or not it's going to go in. But sometimes Jalen Tyson, you like, he pulled up with that one. I don't know. Like
His shot looks pretty good. I'm not. He's been short on a bunch lately, but I still think the shot looks good.
What's his
your
injury that he's dealing with right now?
Say it again.
What's the injury he's dealing with right now?
He had ankle soreness.
Maybe that's factoring into his bad shooting.
He's supposed to play tonight. Yeah.
right.
Nothing long term.
Mikey, what's the 7 that you what is it? Play 7, have 8. What is it? Trust 6. Play 7, trust 6. What is it?
Yeah, whatever it is, you play one more, you trust one less.
What's your starting 7? What's your 7 right now in the playoffs?
Right now?
Yeah, given today.
I mean, assuming everybody was healthy.
Yeah,
Assuming
assuming
everyone's
everybody's
healthy?
Yeah.
Are we assuming Strus is going to play close
Yeah.
to how he
Yeah.
did against
Yeah.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Then he's definitely in there as your 6th. I don't trust I trust
Well, who's the
Jalen
fifth
more than I
starter
trust
in your
Dean.
mind?
It's the core 4, Strus, Jalen, and
Sam?
I mean, you need another big, but I
Dean
trust
Wade?
Sam more than I trust Dean right now. So, yeah, probably Sam.
What about Schroeder? What about Keon Ellis?
I mean, for just going 7.
What about
Schroeder's
smashed
out.
in the face G. Bush?
Nah,
Thomas
man.
Bryant?
You funny.
I mean,
Thomas
Schroeder,
Bryant.
Say that for Tyvis.
Schroeder can't buy a
Every
shot right
time
now.
I
He's
see
not
him.
making shots.
And
He's out. But G, real quick on the defensive thing you talked about earlier. It is one of 82 games. You're always gonna have these. Charlotte beat the Thunder by 50 earlier in the season. There's always these random one-off nights.
Right.
But the Cavs consistently, in the nights where they don't have enough defensive intensity to stay in front of anybody. And Sunday against Dallas was an example where they just, as a collective unit, said, we don't really care. We're going to let them get blown by.
Right.
Mobley is the lone big in those situations, gets exposed. And every big in those situations, not named Victor Wembanyama, gets exposed.
Yeah.
It's not even a Mobley knock. It's an impossible position to be in if everyone's getting blown by.
But the Thunder do that maybe once a month, whereas
once again,
if that much.
I'm just saying every
the
team
Cavs
has
is like
the
once a
one-
week.
Well, the Cavs have lost since December 22nd. The loss to the Mavericks on Sunday was just the third time they've lost to a sub-500 team since December 22nd.
All right.
They haven't had many of those.
That's true. That's good.
The issue is when it happens, it's the same formula. And
Yeah, but how many of those teams they've lost to were like right around 500?
I don't know. I just
There's
I saw it on
probably a number of those.
I saw it on ESPN yesterday after they lost.
Yeah, but that's like if you're 33 and 32 versus 32 and 34, is there much of a difference?
Just saying.
Yeah.
And two, like I think at some point, if you want to be known as a championship contender, you can't just say, all right, we're in the top 4, we close enough. Like, they've been doing this thing with this experiment since Donovan has been here. It's the same people. They understand, and I know Kenny has to be telling them this, guys, you cannot just turn it on, because the thing that we talked about last year is when they tried to turn it on, they get hurt. Like, you pull hamstrings, you mess up a knee, or the times we playing against the Pacers is playing hard the whole series. They looking around and talking about we were tired.
By the way, I know we don't have time to get into this now, but if the Cavs flame out again, I think Kenny Atkinson's going to get fired.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to say that, but he has to, like.
They got to win.
They got to get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
They got to win or its roster look crazy
Yeah,
and different.
yeah.
One last thing before we move on to guards. We got some bold predictions. I was looking this up, was curious. I saw someone, I think it was a Jalen Tyson fan on Twitter who tweeted this out, and I confirmed the numbers. But since the Donovan Mitchell era began, when they acquired him in the 2022 season, look at the difference in win percentage when some of their guys play.
Yeah, I saw you had this up before. That was
so when Allen plays, it's a 67-plus win percentage. When Allen sits, much smaller sample size, 47. It's a 200
now, in a smaller
1%
sample
difference.
size, you got to know who they played, but it is interesting.
And I think.
Now, hold on. We're going to compare that. Let's go next one, Ant. Mitchell, when he plays, 677. With Mitchell, 533. Without Mitchell. And last but not least, Mobley, 656. With Mobley, 623 without Mobley. The 200 win point differential when Allen plays versus sits, by far the biggest of any Cav.
Well,
player.
Allen, we remember a couple of years, was it last year or 2 years ago when Mobley missed a while and Allen played great during that stretch?
Right.
Yeah.
He plays more of a traditional big role. Like, when Mobley is a hybrid, he's more athletic. He could play better. I think he's better on the ball defender. He's better shooter. Different things like that. Yeah. But the problem is, he's not a great rebounder either.
No. It is interesting that Allen seems to play a lot better when Mobley's not there, but Mobley doesn't really seem to play any better when Allen's not there.
That is a very good point, because you would assume that he would have more places to roam, he would be more aggressive, like he was the game against the week before.
Yeah.
It's just against the Mavericks. I just think it's the consistency. Like, it's almost like you want somebody to grab somebody and shake him. Like, come on, bro. What is you doing?
He's not a dog.
No.
It's just what it is.